Peace, and more peace. What is going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. I'm here joined with the Hot Mango Seed crew. My name is LeBrew. To my left, the botanist, Rob Raider.
Go Raiders, and happy birthday, baby.
Hey, to my right, the VI Massive, Soldier Bless.
Yes, sir. Yo, you already know Soldier Bless, never stress.
The super duper producer and the beast that you hear in the background, Henny Skywalker.
Rest in peace, Frankie Beverly.
Hey, man, for real.
R.I.P.
True legend. And last but not least, King T.
You already know what time it is. Have no fear. The king is still here.
King is still here.
Still here. Ain't going nowhere.
That's it. That's it.
Peace. How's everybody feeling, man? Happy Sunday.
Yes. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
I'm feeling great. I want to get some two different shout outs though.
Okay, we're coming
three
in hot.
Technically. One of them is we're gonna get this party started. First of all, I want to say congratulations to my brother-in-law, Wisdom. For those that know him in the music world, Wisdom, he just had a son.
Congratulations.
And then I want to give a big ups to two of my nieces. They're twins, and they had a birthday today. They just turned 21, Anaya and Shinyari.
Hey,
so happy
Shinyari.
birthday, Anaya and Shinyari.
Happy
birthday to y'all.
birthday.
That's it.
Happy birthday.
More
to
Virgos.
ya. Happy birthday. That's what's up, man. Happy birthday to them.
Yes,
Big shouts out to Wisdom.
Yes.
Congratulations, you know. How about y'all? How's everything going?
It's just all good, man. You know, everything going as it should. Life is life.
Life is life. No, so have you talked to Chat GPT? I remember last time, right, a while ago, we asked you.
Yeah, I have not recently. I recently have not talked to Chat GPT. Yeah,
Really?
I really have not. But stay tuned. It's coming soon. You know what I mean? Like some question go arise on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my Chat GPT usage has been very limited.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
No,
How
it's all
about you?
good.
Annie, what you been up to?
Oh, I've been partying, man. My birthday was last Saturday.
Hey.
Been getting it in.
Partied all week.
For real.
Faded to
For a whole
black
week
for
straight.
anybody, dude. I try to tell
Yeah,
you.
just chilling though. Nothing too serious. You know? Playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game.
The game of life.
The game of life. And you, Rob Raider, what you been up to?
Celebrating the lady's birthday.
Yeah, it's Virgo season.
Happy
Virgo
birthday,
season.
V.
Happy birthday, V.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, V.
Surviving. I'm burnt. Oh boy, like long weekend work, birthdays, more birthdays. It's like, jeez, Virgo.
Yeah.
Slow down, please.
Yeah, for real.
Birthdays coming
Yeah.
non-stop, my son. It feel like it's just like
yeah, good so far. Outside of that, like everything look like it's moving. So, and
My
life is
cousin
life.
Maya's
So
birthday today too.
Hey, man, so many birthdays.
yeah,
That's
a
wild.
lot of Virgo, man.
What about you, T? What you been up to?
Just spending time with the family.
Yeah.
One of the twins is down here. You know, been spending time with us down here. So, just basically just enjoying life and thankful for the blessings that we all have to be here. You know.
Yeah.
Same old, same old.
That's
Living the
big fact.
CMR life dream. You know.
CMR live.
CMR life.
Giving that CMR
Hey,
life dream.
And for me, in full transparency, I've been watching football all day. Had a few of them.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
He lit.
It's
Yes,
been
sir.
a great day. And, for anybody who knows, I'm a big football fan. So
Yeah.
September through February, throw the bird up. September through February is pretty much my favorite time of the year. And so today I'm going to give you a recap of what happened, right? So there were so many amazing games that I had to write it down. I wanted to report it. First off, being my Seahawks played. Does he know who we played?
Oh, you play Patriots?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
We played the
Jesus.
Patriots. We marched into Gillette Stadium. For anybody who knows the history of the Seahawks in Gillette Stadium, which is the New England Patriots Stadium, everybody always talks about for years. We're in the Super Bowl, man. We came back and they threw an interception. Russell Wilson threw an interception on the 1 yard line to win the Super Bowl game with seconds left. Like for anybody who's a Seahawk fan, that is still something that hurts.
I'll post the link in the description below.
Oh, God. Your running back name is Marshawn Lynch.
When you could have gave it to Marshawn. So today, and I don't remember within that time if they've been back since. I'm sure they have, but today was a big game because it's the second game of the season. Seahawks go into Gillette Stadium and they end up beating the Patriots in overtime, 23-20.
They had to go to
They had to
overtime.
go to
Yeah, it should have been that
overtime.
close. It should have been that
You hear
close.
what he say?
And it was a good game. Yeah, the Seahawks should have beat them.
Yeah, it should have been a massacre.
They
But,
should have, but it's
you know,
not.
it's any given
You
Sunday.
have to show you the Patriots is strong this year.
So yeah, that's the thing, right?
Any given Sunday.
On paper, the Patriots don't look like they're that great this season.
No, paper
But-
and reality, they're not great.
But like playing against them, they actually have a really strong running game, and I think that they're going to be a strong team this season. I think that they're getting slept on. Their quarterback is okay, but they also have a star on the bench. I can go deep in this football
Exactly.
stuff.
You need to worry.
Yeah, it's
Basically
all
what he's
words,
saying.
but it still got to apply to the field. So, you know, it still suck.
But also today, you know, I got to watch the Raiders. The Raiders went to
We were surprised. I thought we was about to get
Baltimore.
slaughtered.
Because that's a team that actually sucks.
Yeah, I
So-
thought we was going to get slaughtered in that game.
the Raiders.
Radiators.
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 Yeah, we get the hottest, but we cold right now.
So long story short, the Raiders went to Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens are one of the top teams. Like if they're not in the top 5, probably in Vegas to win the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, really?
The Raiders went in there and beat them.
Oh, wow.
Like when I tell you somebody got paid, get paid, young man, get paid. Whoever betted on the Raiders winning today,
Especially about
Real
3.
money.
my
That was
gosh,
real
like
money
the
there.
odds, the odds were crazy. Like the Raiders.
Super
were-
low.
Yeah, super low. They were not supposed to win. Pretty
Hey,
much.
Ivy, sorry about your Ravens. You know what I mean? Hey, you know how it is. I know you're a real big Ravens fan, but it went down the drain today.
Yeah, you'll
win
be
them
able to go
all.
to sleep
So-
tonight. It's all good.
Yeah, so the Raiders ended up winning 26-23. I got to watch the game with the second half with Rob. Really close game,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
came down to the wire. So, like I said, and like he said something today, he was like, anything can happen on Sunday because he didn't believe they were going to win. Like they were.
It almost happened.
I'm dragging this on a little bit, but yeah, the Raiders won. So also
Basically
the
two
Saints.
upsets.
And almost lost.
No, there's more upsets.
But the
so
Saints-
the Saints went to Dallas. They played Dallas at home today.
Crazy game.
And they end up beating them 44-19. And we were at this
Deserved
bar.
it.
We were at this bar full of Saint fans.
Move that
So they were going sick. And so Dallas is another team that's picked to go really high and picked to do really good this year. The Saints, not so much. They wouldn't beat them. Tampa beat Detroit today. Tampa went into Detroit. Detroit's another team that is picked to go to the Super Bowl.
Shout out Calypso.
Hopefully they don't because of that man right there.
Wow.
Say shout out Calypso.
Shout out Calypso.
Yeah, shout out
Big ups Calypso.
But yeah, just to kind of sum all this up, I know I'm dragging on, but so the Tampa Bay beat the Lions 20-16. The Jets beat Tennessee 24-17. The Packers beat the Colts 16-10. The Vikings beat the 49ers today.
Somehow.
That's another big win.
Cam Newton was right. Brock Purdy is just a game.
They beat
manager.
them 23-17. The Commanders beat the Giants 21-18, and the Chargers smacked the Panthers 26-3. And last, the Browns beat the Jags. So-
Playing the Panthers is a free win.
The Browns
That's not
look.
even a game.
Hey,
Hey, don't hate on the Browns, man.
No, the Panthers.
Talking about the Cleveland Browns, right?
But I'm a
Hey,
Browns.
hey.
I finally met a Browns fan when I went to the bar with him.
I
today.
mean,
he's
y'all
a
talking about the
Browns fan.
Cleveland
You a
Browns,
Browns
right?
too?
I was born in Lorain, Ohio,
He's a
25
Browns
miles
dude.
from
So that's
Cleveland,
too.
man.
I met in life.
Look, I've been riding with them through all the mud, through all these years.
Jim Brown era.
Yeah,
No, let me tell you.
He said, Jim. What you trying to say, man?
hey, let me tell you though,
Hey,
you could be talking about football for an hour straight. T ain't listening to nothing. You say something Browns, hey,
What you say about the Browns, man?
Yeah, you're a fan.
all day.
I don't even watch football no more.
But yeah, man, I love this season. Like this is when football's back in full effect. Also back in full effect is 2K. NBA 2K.
It's actually good this year.
NBA
you go.
2K25.
Yeah, Rob
Yeah,
say
it's
that.
actually good. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
to
actually
hear
good.
Rob
Say that again.
All right.
It's actually good because there's like some creativity there, like the potential there. So hopefully, if they stay on this where they're at right now and just get better from this, oh yeah, 2K is gonna be back. Like it's gonna be something better.
It's already back. Yeah,
It's
it
already
got,
back.
so NBA 2K25 got released September 6th. Today's, September 15th, I think. So it's been about a week. Everybody's that's a 2K, enthusiast has really got a chance to dive in. And I ain't gonna lie, like as a huge fan of this, like they all know because they heard my gripes, but I wasn't feeling it at first.
You gotta tweak it.
You have to take some
That's
time.
what I'm saying. You got that. It's not all the way there yet. Like you got to tweak it. It doesn't come out the box like, all right, this is it right here. Like, you got to do some tweaks, get it right first. Then like, okay.
Thank
But-
God I was a voice of reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
I had some useless stuff laying around, so I traded it in. Got the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the disc.
No, I was trying to get a disc, and it was like, oh, we don't have it. So I was like, she's like, oh, you could just buy the gift card. So I was like, all right, give me that.
So how much did you pay?
So $23.
Damn, how does he do it?
Every day, every time it come out, he always is trading something to go against something to bring it
You
down
get it
to
for
something
cheaper, yeah.
and then get something else for
He
something.
the video
Yeah.
game couponer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
man.
one
The
be
video
cool.
game
Exactly.
couponer. There
They
you
bring
go.
it down something to bring down something else. You know,
I'm with it.
Who the best out of all of y'all in that game?
probably me.
would be
Who the
Soldier
top player?
right now?
He said, "Be who?"
Me.
Soldier's so far right now because he has
Exactly.
the head
Soldier.
start.
Listen to this man. He telling you the truth.
He has the head start of all of us.
Let-
But
let-
if we
listen
all
to
put
this
in
one.
like fair amount of time, it could be anybody.
I having a hard time
shooting.
shooting, but other than that, I think is the best 2K ever.
Yeah.
To me, I feel
No,
like.
no, it's
I don't
good.
know. I
Yeah.
like
It's good.
last
I would
year's.
say that. It was
I like
good.
2024.
25. It was too stiff, too unrealistic. The shooting percentages was way too high. Shooting 80%, 90%. That's unrealistic. This year is more closer to 50% clips. So I think that's more realistic because the highest rated 3-point shooter I think is Steve Kerr, and he was averaging 45%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's the greatest ever, and people is shooting 50% right now. So that's not realistic, but it is a game.
Yeah.
So
It's a game.
50% is a good, a trade-off because it's a game. So you want people to have fun. You want them to make shots, but it is harder to make your shots this year. I will say that.
Plays for sure.
Now, what you think, Henny? What do you think of that verse 24, the new one?
I like the 25.
Yeah.
24 was cool, but I got so bored with that game so fast.
Yeah, you quit that.
You
joint
quit it quick.
Yeah, it was just like I was playing it. It was cool, and then it was just like, all right, delete. Let's put something else in here. Started playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I was
Yeah.
doubling it up both like a real fat kid. I was double dipping the chip in both of them, playing Baldur's Gate, playing 2K. I never give up on 2K because I just like the
feel.
feel.
Is meaty, so for you to do that.
Oh, she meaty.
Yeah, you ate well.
That's a fleshy, meaty thing there right
Fleshy and meaty.
there. Yeah, meaty because
But-
Baldur's Gate is a beast.
Oh, Lord. But
okay.
thank you, whoever you are, for tuning in, supporting us.
Big ups.
We are the platform that drills down to the seed, and we like to think that we pulled back the layers on everything relating to cryptocurrency, the marijuana industry, the gaming industry, relationships, music, and so much more. And the thing about it is, disclaimer, we aren't experts, but we are experts in research, and we learn by experience. So we are here to give our opinion on all things relating to all these topics, especially these hot topics. And what's so crazy is last week we were talking about Kendrick Lamar, right? And we were talking about Drake. Like, is Drake back? Drake's sending all these subliminals. And then Kendrick Lamar, they announced that he is performing at the Super Bowl. And, we kind of already started to kind of poke at the idea that there might be some people that might not agree with this. There might be some backlash or whatever. And so it's funny that, and I know we were talking about this in the back, but just recently, Lil Wayne released a video that was responding to the Super Bowl announcement and Kendrick Lamar's performing. And in a sentimental posture, Lil Wayne starts off with thanking the people that have been riding with him. And that's really notable given the many people that actually jumped out there and were supporting him, right, when this all was announced. And he admits that he was hurt, and it hurt really bad. He even said that to hear that Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the Super Bowl in New Orleans, the place that he calls home. So he goes on also to say that he kind of mentally put himself in that position automatically, assuming that because of the circumstances, it being hip hop, it being the Super Bowl in New Orleans, that he was going to be the one that was going to be picked and extended that offer. So he admits that, it really broke him, and now he's trying to put himself back together. And from a fan's perspective, I can see how he was hurt. And it kind of hurt me to see, because he sounded really like, defeated. That's the word.
He could have just woke up.
But look, real talk. I got mad respect for Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But why didn't they complain all the other times the Super Bowl was down there? Why they got to wait until this time to complain about it? You know what I mean? Like, that makes no sense. The Super Bowl's been there multiple times. Mm-hmm. No one says nothing about Lil Wayne should be the one on there. And now all of a sudden, Kendrick gets it, and now, Jay-Z is evil.
So
because of that.
So in respect, it's only been in this, I would say, this hip hop era that we're in, the post 2000. Yeah. Like Destiny Child performed there in 2013. And that was, Beyonce was the biggest superstar. And yeah, you're right. There was gripes and there was complaints even then that why isn't Lil Wayne or one of the, hip hop artists from New Orleans performing? But it was Beyonce. So there's only been one other time. That's all I'm going to say is like, so they do have an argument to that. Like, it's not like it's been there multiple times, but
why does it belong to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What like, I like Lil Wayne, so I'm not putting him down. And honestly, he was very respectful in his reply, in his video. In fact, he cried less about the conspiracy than the rest of his team did. They all came out, it's an evil conspiracy, blah blah blah. Wayne just like, I just need to fix myself. You know what I mean? So I got respect what he did, but I don't think he should have came out crying, looking like that. I think that was a bad move because now. Depressed. Because of his team and because of all of that, even if Jay wanted to bring him out, Birdman disrespected Jay. Right. Nicki Minaj disrespected Jay.
That's facts.
You can't do that and now expect him to bring your people on the stage after you're going to disrespect. And it just doesn't make sense to me. That was a bad move on their team. Very bad move.
That's big facts. What you think, Bless?
Well, I think that Lil Wayne is he's a hero for New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like he's a legend over there. He do a lot of things and make a lot of tracks. Like Lil Wayne have a lot of history. He been doing music for a long time. So, it would have been nice for him to get that last piece, I guess, that he's looking forward to, perform at a Super Bowl in his city, in his town. I wish that he would have been able to be on there, but like he said, they done already crossed too much wires, so there's no way he gonna be able to perform on there. Now, I hoping at the Super Bowl, Kendrick bring him out, that's what I'm hoping, dope. And I thinking that's what it's going to be. I think that Kendrick is going to see that how much New Orleans was rallying for him and seeing that it would mean a lot to the people of New Orleans and Louisiana that bringing out Lil Wayne, it will show honor and how you would say that solidarity, you know what I'm saying, like brotherhood, like hey, we all in this together, you know what I'm saying. I could be from Compton, you from where I go still bring you out and I go still show you love. Hopefully that's the ending that
would be dope, but trying to intimidate Jay-Z, that ain't gonna work.
That part,
you ain't gonna intimidate somebody like Jay.
But at the end of the day, it's all about the numbers and viewership. Like Jay-Z is a businessman, so he know about that business.
But you know the artist pays for that show?
They do not.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, their live show part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they pay for that. Yeah, the NFL
they don't get paid.
So they don't get paid.
However,
this is a huge promotion. I mean, this plays off for promotion and all that stuff like that. But I found that crazy. And also, Drake was given the chance to do the Super Bowl. They confirmed the rumor was true, and then he denied him both times.
So there was also talks to add on top of all you're saying. There were also talks and a statement that was kind of released that the New Orleans Saints organization and stadium also have a say in who they pick to perform. They didn't choose Lil Wayne.
Yeah, they said it wasn't Jay, but Jay's taking all the heat.
Yeah.
He wasn't the one that he might have
Because of his history.
Yeah.
Since when Jay become the guy putting the Super Bowl thing together? That's who he been.
He's the reason why hip hop is been the main frame on the.
Yeah, there's other people that
But
decide that.
he's not
just
the final
face.
one. It's the city's decision
It's so
on
much
who they
more,
want
yeah.
on that stage.
I think like Rob was saying, he's the
Yeah.
face of
He's
it
just
also.
the
He
face
just
of
get
it.
the brunt
He
of it.
just makes it easier.
So, like,
more
Yeah,
acceptable.
true.
Rock Nation has a stake in a say within the Super Bowl performances. So he, like, last 10 years, I want to say, he's been involved in it. And of course he gets that, right? The face of it and the blame of it.
He can make a good suggestion, but he doesn't make the final choice.
Yeah. And I feel for Lil Wayne, because I can see and empathize where he's coming from. He has done so much and repped New Orleans so much.
Yeah, he is.
Wayne doesn't look like Wayne right now.
Right,
So
but
he can take a break.
it's depending however you look at it or his music, what you think. He's done a lot, and he has repped, New Orleans more than I see a lot of other artists repping their city. So I can definitely understand, where he's coming from, and I can also understand as a business where Apple, where Rock Nation, where these organizations are coming from as far as commercialized, as far as a Super Bowl performance, who's going to be the biggest draw, who is going to have the most eyes.
Right now it's Kendrick.
Yeah, it's Kendrick
Right now it's
Lamar.
Kendrick.
And but this is also different because Kendrick is having an all-star year. There's not an artist that has an all-star. There's not an artist that has this type of year every year. This happens to be something that stemmed from a historical battle, and his music has lived on for months and months. And there,
In the game for over 10 years and still to crush like that.
yeah.
Right.
And, he had the pop-out show. He has all of this momentum. So I can understand, like, if next year, if it was Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? And he was having this year, and he was battling somebody. And this Super Bowl was in L.A. I could very much see Kendrick Lamar complaining and saying, why is Lil Wayne on the bill when we're from L.A. and there should be us, but that's not the case.
I think the bigger question is, how come my boy Hurricane Chris is not the headline?
Finally, you got it right.
Dog, ain't nobody watching that Super Bowl.
You see that he had the gripes with with the whole 50 Cent coming there,
His
and now with this. Listen, y'all the rest it easy off of my boy Hurricane Chris. Hey, keep doing your thing, my lad. We hear you. We hear
Last
you.
week he was calling you Little Hurricane.
Hey,
Little Hurricane.
look, because back
that
then to me
F1?
you was a little jet, you was a little cane, a little hurricane.
Oh man,
You
so
know, he was
He's
young.
at the beginning of a hurricane.
yeah, we're gonna keep on paying attention to this though, because Kendrick Lamar also released that new song with the black
Yes.
Air Force Ones.
Yes,
Air Force
I
Energy.
like it.
So
I
it's
like
like two
it.
titles. It's
I like it, yeah.
pray to God, and then the
party is
was
over,
done.
something
like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's
Yeah.
amazing, bro.
Yo, he came at the industry this time.
Yeah.
all the fakes in the industry. So he after he crushed Drake, now he's going for everyone that's helping Drake and is like Drake. But he didn't come at Drake this time.
He don't need
It
to.
wasn't a diss for Drake this time. It was basically like Drake's
Yeah.
no more issue. Let me deal with the rest of y'all.
That body's already
Yeah.
cremated. So
Yeah.
go for the
Penny, he said, "A nigga wonder what Lecrae do."
Right.
Yeah, Christian
And
rapper.
I actually sent you Lecrae's response.
Yeah, Lecrae
with
did
the white Air
did a
Force
song.
Ones, right?
White
And what
Air
will Lecrae do?
Forces. It's really good.
Oh, he responded with white Air
Yeah.
Forces,
Yeah.
talking about some
Lecrae
God
did.
stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, good,
But
good.
What do you
basically just being excited that he got a shout out.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no way I won't ride off of a shout out that big.
Smart.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
He's
big
smart.
shout out.
Yeah, that's a big shout out.
If Kendrick is giving you a shout out,
You better do something.
Run
with it.
with it,
shout
yeah.
out to Lecrae for coming
Yeah,
back
for
and,
real.
and dropping some music. He's like, I'm definitely releasing an album soon.
He
so
said
Yeah,
Kendrick
no.
said, "What will Lecrae do?" And so he said, "I felt I needed to show y'all what Lecrae would do."
Right.
But he's all for Kendrick. He's
Oh, yeah,
all-
for sure.
He's all for
Blessed.
Kendrick.
D1 too.
And D1, yeah.
Let's say-
D1. Yeah.
D1, yeah.
Yeah, D1.
D1's been getting death threats and all kind of stuff,
Oh wow.
and he's been doubling down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What they over there?
I'm loud.
Chessy cats.
Listen, Was he talking that God stuff?
Christian.
No,
Christian
you know what I
values.
mean? Because he's a Christian man. So he's a Christian rapper. I was like,
You gotta keep it PG.
well, he was talking that God
Yeah,
stuff.
Kendrick mentioned he mentioned two Christian rappers. He mentioned Lecrae and he mentioned D1. And D1 was the one that was getting death threats. So people been threatening him.
But why?
And all because he feels that
I guess they're
they made a great decision in picking Kendrick for the Super Bowl. And that was the reason that he mentioned him in that, because of course everybody else been going off. So since he said that he believes that they made a great decision for making Kendrick the headliner for the Super Bowl, people been threatening him, sending him death threats. He say friends that he been cool with his whole life, releasing videos about him saying diss records and all kind of stuff. I'm like, dude, like
Doing this for somebody that ain't even paying you.
Right.
They ain't feeding your family, and you willing to lose friends.
They don't care a
over-
thing about you,
that's
but yeah,
crazy.
you yelling for them. That's the big
Somebody
This is the
attacked you
days
for
of
that,
our
man.
life, man. I swear we living it out.
Everybody's so
crazy.
angry. Stop being so angry. People love
Idiocracy.
life.
Man, you know who
mad
sounded
at
angry though?
Who that?
Shannon.
Shannon Sharpe.
He did it on purpose, B. He did it on purpose. He did it on purpose.
My boy was grunting like a bull in there.
That audio was so crisp and clear. It was like we were in the room with him.
Yeah,
we were.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, but I saw
You did?
him talking about it.
You should
He
hear
talked.
it.
Somebody else was talking to him, and I guess it's another podcast or something
Ocho
that
Cinco.
they were talking about it. And he was on some raunchy shit. He's eating it up. He's using it.
Yeah,
he's
he's
using
using
it.
it.
He's
now-
definitely using it.
Now, in defense, I will say that if you had your phone, because this is what the allegation is that he threw his phone on the bed and it put on IG Live.
You know this bull.
So he dropped it down, and it just so happened to be close enough to where you could hear him grunting, and you could
Phone
hear.
next to their head. That's what they say.
And so,
even adjusted.
but so in defense of Shannon Sharpe, let's say that you have your phone open and you're looking at IG. That's the last thing you're doing. You start getting busy, and you just happen to toss it. Your finger could hit the live button, and if it dropped down, it could go live, right?
Because that was outside the door.
Never, forever.
Don't
Look
you
at-
have to
that was
hit like after you hit the live button? Isn't there something else? You got to set it up, right?
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
gotta
hit
set it-
live and then go down and hit live again.
Nope.
And
If you hit live, it'll count down 3, 2, 1, and it'll go live.
no, I just went there. You gotta still open it first and then click live, and yeah, it'll count down. But you still gotta
Okay.
open it to get to it and then hit it.
So there's more than just one accidental.
There'll be at least 2 buttons.
If
Oh,
you toss
man.
your phone, it is not
And
going
he
to go
tossed it,
live.
but yeah, it was propped up.
But let's say,
Right. And then he
But
propped it
listen.
even better.
let's say let's replay it, right? Let's say, you're doing whatever, and you're like, ooh, and you bump and you hit the live, and then you keep going, ooh, I'm gonna tear it up, and then you accidentally hit it again and throw your phone down.
Let me say on this note, if that's the case, so that means he just start and then he threw the phone down, right?
Yeah, that's true.
The video is 1 minute and 20 seconds long. Unc went for 1 minute, B.
ain't gonna lie.
Unc went for 1 minute and talking about he was in there pointing what boss.
I mean, he been saying for months. That's what he told Ocho Cinco.
Hey, I'll tell you, man, I throw it up. I was in there doing my thing. I tried to tell you, man, I've been in there. You know, Unc don't play. Unc don't play.
I was in there, though.
But you remember what he told Ocho like months ago? He said he TNB, touching bus.
He's true. Hey, let me tell you, he was right, because if he do that and he throw it down and it start, the video is 1 minute 20 seconds, and in that video he finished. So you think what I said? The man went in there and he was 1 minute long.
They be like that sometimes.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never, forever. All you need to do is go to the
Calm down
Bahamas,
there.
shout out to my Bahamian people them, and get you a conch salad. Make sure they pull the thing out and you eat that, Shannon. You need that to keep your back strong. You need more time. I'm trying to tell you that. Hey, when I tell you I was
He
on
was
it
proud.
at
He was
45
proud of it. He was proud of that.
Well, you want to know the thing I heard, well, I see, is that he is actually endorsed by a male enhancement pill.
Ah,
So this is promotion for the male
Marketing.
heavyweight.
So
No,
It could be.
because they have a clip
Could be.
that's going around, a sponsored ad going on Instagram right now with him talking about like, yeah, you know, I had to pull the pill out and this is the pill that I'm using and this and that. No, I see it with my
we
own
think
eyes.
it's
I saw
marketing
it.
nowadays.
I
That's
don't
the-
feel like he's that bright.
It-
He's
He
not
is.
He
that
doesn't
bright.
be that bright.
He
It's the people
is.
around him.
I'm telling you, it's called I think it's either called honey or it's called Hawks. Like it's a little chewable pill. He was like, if you wanted to know what I was using, I use this Hawks pill. I'm trying to tell you, Uncle's in it. Uncle's on it. I pulled it out. Oh, Joe, if you could have.
Hey,
It's called.
but let
it's
me
called
ask
Rose
y'all.
Sparks.
Would
Okay,
you
there you go.
blame him for milking this to get all
No, I
the
don't
heck
blame
no?
him.
No,
Yeah.
because
I would
he
blame him
started.
at all.
So yeah, get what you can get.
At
Yep.
least
You know?
make it sound more vigorous because you're not promoting the pill. You're not promoting the pill well. You only last for
A
like
minute and a half.
You do a little light walk, it's a little light tapping. Boss, when you go and you're supposed to hear the letter. This man, this song, all I hearing is him grunting. The fucking things were like, and it's a minute, so you're not promoting that pill well. It's better you go to Blue Chew or one of them other one that give you a little stamina.
We'll make you last a minute longer.
Exactly.
But imagine the panic that would go in your mind.
As soon as you
If
realize
you
it
were-
was
If you
live.
realize it was live and you've been going.
All the gal them would have definitely be tearing down my phone. They were like, hey, soldier, what you like? Whoa, this ain't for everybody. This is an exclusive thing. You know what I mean? Like, hey. Yeah, oh, because you know, gonna put it down where if you couldn't see me up in there, Ocho.
Oh, that's comedy, yo.
Michelle.
Yeah, her name. Now they're gonna be looking her up. Or something like
But
that.
the girl actually, she responded.
And then they found
she
her.
was saying, yeah, they find her. And she responded
Oh,
and she
wow.
was saying that while it may not been long that he was able to do what he had to do. So shout out to you, girl, if that's what you like. That's all it is. If it's a light walk you like, is it?
Sheila, grab and go. Just quick. Just go.
That's
Oh,
it,
my
but
goodness.
you have to
Grab and
admit,
go.
she was probably on the mansion on the hill, sit on and let her the whole night, drive out in a phantom. I mean, he have a lot of money, this man.
That might be his girl though too.
It might not. You know?
One of them.
And a lot of people are saying that he may have staged this because he's been
gay
rumored to
allegations.
be gay.
This is true.
And I know that picture. Ain't it crazy how a picture could ruin your whole
Yeah, image. It's
your
always
whole
perspective.
image? That one
Yeah.
picture in that
We go off perspective.
olive red or whatever.
green?
Yeah, the green.
Wait,
olive-
oh,
the
yeah.
wine.
He got out
the
with
one.
it.
Yeah.
Little dog, we win every
They
day.
try-
There's no giving up, no days off.
They try to blame it on his hip surgery or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he
Like,
posed.
Like
Yeah,
one
extra
picture,
bow-legged.
one
Everything.
picture follows you. That was years ago.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
I
so-
like Shannon Sharpe, man.
They got
I
a
mean,
Halloween
you know.
costume for that.
Yeah, they do.
For the,
It
come
they
with
got
the
a
fake
Halloween
muscles.
costume for it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
He have the
That's
sash
wild.
over his shoulder like the
Yeah.
bag, everything. Shout out to you,
Putting
Unc.
that bag on.
For real.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you.
Yeah,
You
get
do your
it
thing,
in.
man.
Do what
I
you
ain't
gotta
like
do.
that.
It's
But
it's
yeah,
your
there's-
bedroom journey.
Like we were kind of saying, man, there's so much going on in the news. And today, as we're coming in, right, another assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Like,
Yes,
what?
another.
Like that. All I keep
not
hearing
safe.
is that many men,
Yep.
many.
It's
He's like gangsterlicious in this dude.
50 voting for Trump, but he wouldn't. He won't let him use his song.
No, I don't think he's voting for him.
He is. He riding for that dude.
But news broke today that the FBI said that on Sunday they're investigating what appears to be another attempt on Donald Trump's life in Palm Beach, Florida. Shots were fired at Trump at an international golf club on Sunday, 10:15. And from what I read, the person has already been detained and Trump is okay, as well as there were no other injuries. But did y'all hear about this today?
Yeah. I heard two different versions of what happened, man. So I don't know, the actual end result. But one version was people were saying it was people outside shooting at each other and not directly going after Trump. And then the other one on CNN and some of the other channels was saying that the FBI was saying that the guy was actually in the bushes, hiding like 300, 400 meters away, waiting on Trump. And I guess when Trump's walking, the teams that walk ahead of him, one of them spotted him and they started bucking shots at the dude. But he had a whole setup over there. Yeah, it had the rangefinder. He had the backpack or two,
he was
and
camp.
yeah, he was ready.
I heard they saw a muzzle coming through a fence.
Yeah,
And it was like 300 meters away or 300 yards away. And he was getting ready to take out Trump. But it's just wild to me, like.
yeah.
The world's losing its mind. The country's losing its mind. So
Well, the what they're saying about the guy is that apparently they identified the guy because they caught him, they captured him. Said he's a 60-year-old Republican who, 5960, that Republican that had voted for Trump, but got disappointed in Trump afterwards, and then switched to Nikki Haley. And I guess when Nikki, decided to go
Trump
back
out.
to Trump, he flipped his lid and was like, "F all of them." Yeah. So, but apparently he was once a Trumper,
The thing I don't understand is
just
why
like
is
the
it-
last one that tried to kill him.
Why is it all of the Republicans
That's
that
sad.
trying to kill him? It's like every time his assassination attempt is always a Republican trying to
Because
kill
he
this
grifts
man.
them all. He grifts all of them. As soon as he sees a group of people is willing to vote for him, he start buy my sneakers for the black community. Buy my crypto for the crypto community. Anytime he sees that people are willing to pay, he comes out grifting. And some of those were investments that a lot of people lost money.
Yeah, lost money.
A lot of people lost money on his
man
investments.
sold gold sneakers, Bibles.
Yep.
What else he sell?
He had his own NFTs. I don't know if they were real NFTs. They might have just been like cards that he marketed as NFTs.
And then True Social.
Yeah,
And I've heard that his stock is not doing
his
well.
stock is tanking.
And he's starting to blame it on the NASDAQ, saying that they are undermarking his worth.
lowering his stuff.
But like, bro, do y'all think that like this is just an ongoing play that they're gonna continue to try to to assassinate Donald Trump?
again,
Do you think?
I'll be
Probably
real.
won't
The first guy, I think, was staged, but the second guy, as much as it looks like it wasn't staged, he had an AK for a long distance shot
When was the second guy?
today.
Okay.
He had an AK-47
With a scope.
with a scope,
Yeah.
300, 400 meters away. An
mean-
AK is not a sniper rifle.
It's really not.
It is one of the most inaccurate as far as heavy weapons are concerned.
Oops.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he's planning on
It's
letting
most
off.
reliable because it'll never jam on you, but it is not accurate. Like if you trying to take a shot at somebody from a distance, an AK is not your choice.
Yeah.
That's a run up and mow everybody down kind of weapon.
Neither is
You know
a
what I mean?
pistol. I used to think you could just, like Steven Seagal, have
Nah.
a pistol and hit cats
Nah.
from way over there.
With the Steve
Nope.
Soul hold or something like this.
After 50 meters, you got to be a good shot.
They say
with a pistol.
apparently after busting shots after Trump, this guy went running through the bushes, and it was an eyewitness that alluded the cops to where
Yeah.
he was going, and they was able to catch him down the road. So they didn't even catch him at the spot; they catch him down the road some. So if he did have the proper the proper gear, he probably could have complete the deed and get away because he was able to shoot and then leave.
Yeah, he was light.
Yeah, he was still light. He just ended up doing it crazy. So.
Either way, that's just wild to me. And then like the first one, right? The first one to me still seems so staged.
Yeah, that's
Like
yeah.
I'm glad he's okay. I don't wish violence on no
Yeah,
one,
for
but
real. But it's staged clearly.
It looks so staged.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I have on the tinfoil friggin' beanie, right? But hear me out. That dude, they set that dude up. Yeah, they tell him, hey, we're not going to kill you. You just shoot some shots in his area. You miss, right? And we're not going to kill you. And then they went and they kill him anyway.
Hero for your dad.
You check what I'm saying? He didn't know that he was signing up for the end of his life. Yeah, he thought they would have just detained him, put him in cuffs, and he would have go to jail and do whatever, and they would have get him out miraculously. But it didn't go like that. You know
But
what I'm
even
saying?
if
He
it
get killed.
wasn't staged, his own people are turning against him.
That's crazy.
Ain't no Democrats, ain't no trans, ain't no females, his own people, the ones that voted for him, that was diehard Trump at one point, have gotten so frustrated and angry they're willing to put their lives on the line if neither one of them was staged. That says something when your own people are willing to turn against you and take you out because they're frustrated with the fact that you just can't do right.
That's
Can't
rough.
do right. Yeah.
And let me tell you, he dig his own little pit today by saying that he hate Taylor Swift on that.
Woo! Don't ever say you hate Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
he say he hate Taylor Swift on that tweet. The Swifties coming out, boy. You think the Republicans crazy?
Hey,
Wait till them Swifties come out in full.
We love Taylor
hey,
Swift.
after he said he hate Taylor, that's when Buddy tried to assassinate.
Hey, he was an undercover Swiftie.
Taylor sent the hit. Taylor sent the hit man on his
Come out for the hit.
Taylor
Taylor
put a hit
sitting
on
on the
him.
top of the 50th floor like, go ahead with the hit.
You know about you.
Green light.
Yeah, send the green light like TOS.
So, man, also last week, which was super entertaining, as we're talking about Donald Trump. Glad that, as much as I don't support Donald Trump, I'm glad that he's okay. I'm glad that there were no injuries or lives. Yeah. But last week there was the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, their first time meeting. Kamala went straight up to him. Hi, I'm Kamala.
Yeah, she didn't care about
She was like, I need you to look me in the eyes.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kamala, and I'm going to, yeah. But they had their first debate. This was, I don't remember where it was, but it was Pennsylvania.
Philly,
Yeah. It did not disappoint. There was a lot of, just sound bites that came out from Donald Trump, of course, and then.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the biggest soundbite.
Eating the cats, okay?
They're eating the dogs.
Did you see it though, Rob? Did you get to see it?
I put in about like an hour, and then I was like, I can't do
It's
this
a
no
long-
more.
it's a long-
I can't.
It
I
was-
can't because this man's crazy. Straight up, he's just crazy.
Yeah.
Man, the government is playing games with us, but that was embarrassing. Like, she did dog walk him though. She
She stomped him.
and he allowed it because the shit he was saying was just off the walls. Like, he's another level. Like, he needs to be studied and thrown into the the institution. And they used to do that back in the day. And there should be like a vote to where we can. Like, yo, you got to throw this man away for like a little bit because he's not good.
He
for
should be
society.
studied because he's an obvious train wreck that somehow convinced 70-something million people to like him.
He's a con man. That's
Like,
what it
you
is.
see him,
Yeah, he's
you see
fun
the
to-
obvious, it's a con, but yet all these people are moving towards it like it's a deer in the headlights. Like they can't, like a moth to a light, they can't stay away. And it's just like, it doesn't make sense.
I've
You
seen
just gotta
people
sit
like
there
makes
and
no
listen.
sense.
I
You
have,
just gotta
man.
sit there and listen. He literally gives it up to you. Like, I'm crazy, I'm crazy, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. Everything it says is basically, I'm crazy, 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 crazy.
Yeah.
And then when you try to say the fact about it, oh, don't worry about that. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And
But-
like,
No
I
real
will
thing.
say,
he is a professional derailleur.
I will say in that debate, LaRue, you did say one key point. The moment it started, she took command. The moment it started, like, he wasn't planning to shake her hand. In fact, he was trying to go back to his podium. He was trying to go to his podium. What happens is they're supposed to come out in the middle and shake hands and then go back to their podiums. He was trying to go straight to the podium. She started to go to the middle and realized what he was doing and went all the way to his podium. And that right there was the defining moment because you could tell he was shocked. He didn't know what to do. And then after she beat his ass, they had the 9/11 memorial. He tried to when you shake somebody's hand to show your dominance, you pull it closer. He tried that with her, and she pulled him back. So she pulled him back. So he like the dude, but the moment she shook his hand, he was done.
And he hit her with the inverted handshake too. Like, it wasn't no regular. She come up, shake his hand. He was like, He hit her with the inverted handshake upside down. Like, let's have a good show. Like, oh man, like you start off rough.
From what's his name? There was somebody at the 9/11 ceremony. There was I forget his name, but he initiated the handshake. So
I saw that part.
Yeah, they were sitting over there, standing on one side, and then Bloomberg, he was like, I feel like Trump was like, hey, tell her to come over here. And so Bloomberg went over and kind of tapped her, and she was talking, and she came over. It was like, yeah. So he initiated that handshake, but there were so many mind games happening in that debate. Like, starting off, like, yeah, that's for a man like Donald Trump. Like, a woman that comes, she came and confronted you. Hi, I'm Kamala Harris. Straight in the eyes. And if you watch, he never looked at her.
Nah, he was afraid to look at her.
Yeah, he didn't look at her once. Her whole body language was turned at him. That's a sign of dominance. His whole body language was forward. She turned towards him. He also continued to try to say, "Your boss." Yeah, and she needs to report to her boss, and he corrected her. She corrected him, excuse me, and was like, "You're battling,
Me.
you're battling me."
You're running against me, you're running
she's
against
well,
Biden,
obviously I'm not Joe Biden or Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He tried to come in hard with her, like doing that same thing that she had do at the debate when she was running for vice president. I don't know, but she was like, I'm speaking. So he tried to like.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Like it fall flat because he didn't. It didn't.
He was
hit
so
home,
weak
like,
with it. It
he
made
didn't-
him look weaker.
Yeah, it didn't hit home.
When she said 81 million people fired you,
Ooh.
and he is having a tough time processing that.
I see his soul leave his body, but now when you
But
see
you know what took him out of the whole fight
What's that?
was it wasn't the handshake didn't take him fully out. He was still kind of there. But what took him out of the fight is when she talked about the size of his
His
rallies.
rally
rallies,
sizes.
And
yeah.
you could see, I saw videos where they marked when she said it and his face. The whole time he's like this, and then the moment she said, he was like,
Yeah.
like a dog with
Yeah,
the
the
ears
dog
perked
ears
up.
swallowed
Yeah.
the dog.
He said, first off, I need to go back to that. We have huge rallies. Nobody leaves our rallies. We have the greatest
Yeah,
rallies
yeah.
of all rallies.
In
There's
fact,
no
I'm
rallies.
thinking out of a
You can
Senate
look at her
president,
plan.
the
She
best
has no
numbers you've
plans.
ever seen
Yeah.
that we've
After
ever.
that, he couldn't focus anymore.
He was
It
gripping the
done after that.
lectern.
Yeah.
He was over it. He was like, like, okay, Trump, take it
She
easy.
almost
Yeah.
cussed. That was my part.
She said, this mother.
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
When she said that, I was like, yo, and she in her eyes and her body language said, motherfucker.
Yeah, she said.
And that furthermore let me know she is deeply rooted in black culture because she reminded me of them aunties.
Oh yeah.
When you took them off, I was like, oh yeah, she definitely been around black people.
But
Yeah.
but she showed so much excellence.
Yeah.
She at times I was reading and watching all these commentaries on this of how she set him up in so many traps, so many where she knows he's gonna go off and on about something, like T was saying with the size of his rallies, like saying off the top, she came out and said, first off, listen, he's a liar, he's gonna lie. And if you notice, if you don't pick up anything I'm saying, remember this. Watch how Donald Trump will repeat what somebody's saying negative about him. There's that time she'll say, he's a liar, he lied about this, and he said he's never gonna do this. His rebuttal is, she's a liar, and she's never gonna do it. He just repeats what's being said about him.
Immigrants was the only thing this man was ever
Nah,
saying.
man.
They're coming through the borders and they're killing the people and they're eating the pets.
So on that debate, there were two major things that happened. One, she had a flawless debate.
Yeah.
On the other, he just was terrible. Like his debate skills that night were not there at all. Like it's like once she took him out of his element, he couldn't give any correct answers. Let me tell you, 9 years of talking about getting rid of Obamacare, 9 years of this, right? He's standing there in this debate, knowing that was going to be a question. Right. Knowing you have to know that's going to come up as a question. The moderator asked him, well, it's been 9 years. Have you come up with a plan to replace ACA? Because he's like, we're not going to get rid of it until we create something better. She's like, well, did you create something better? And then she's like, well, 9 years. Have you come up with something? He's like, well, we have concepts.
Well, I have a concept
Concept after 9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had to keep asking him, like,
Yeah.
okay, so what's your plan? We have the best plan. What's your plan? It is the greatest plan.
all
Like,
you
what
say.
is your
Yeah.
plan?
Yeah.
He never answers.
Yeah.
Is Tulsi Hubbard is the one that
So
trained him.
yeah, Tulsi.
She's the one
and
that trained him for kind of prep him for the debate, right?
the
And she didn't do a good job.
yeah, the one that I think she had ran for president
run-
before. Yeah, her. Yep, Tulsi Hubbard,
Herbert, or something like that, and she didn't do a
Tulsi,
good job.
Tulsi did a terrible job and should be fired.
Yeah, his top lip was sweating. He
Yeah.
couldn't keep it together, boy. This man was spitting. He was bad.
And he's
Bruce
already.
said she put him in some traps.
Yeah.
And there was a trap that sticks with me
What's that one?
when she was talking about policies and he was like, I don't need to have any policies. I'm not president.
Oh,
Like
you're right.
Like, did your supporters not hear that?
Yeah.
Because that's wild. That's a wild thing to say in a debate.
Yeah, for real.
Like to say, oh, I don't have any policies. I don't have any policies ready. I'm not president. You should have policies ready while you're debating and running for president so that people will understand exactly what your policy is, what you're doing, what you plan to do. Like, that was some wild thing. That was wild. And that stuck with me. Like, I think about that a lot. Like, he literally say, I don't have to have any policies. I'm not president.
And while she was baiting him, she also was throwing out her policies.
Right.
So she talked about, building 3 million homes while in the next 4 years, right? She talked about giving money to start businesses for those that are trying to start businesses. There's going to be, I think it was 50,000 that was going to be allotted to those that are starting new businesses, right? And then she laid down a series of policies, and he didn't mention one. Like, I was literally looking to see, okay, what is one policy that I figured I wouldn't like what he said, but he didn't say nothing. Yeah. So it wasn't nothing to not like.
And that, I just feel like, because even after that debate, there's many polls and people that will say that he did much better. If you notice in his debate tactic is defense. It's like constantly, like she was saying, all he's going to do is have these put down statements like this. He's negative. He's optimism. Like he's just, they didn't do this and they can't do this and they blah, blah, blah. That's his side. And I think that would be super concerning if I was going to vote for somebody that says that they don't have a plan, because right now, like there's a lot of valid things that people who are supporting Trump, I'd say that there's like 4 buckets. There's Trump supporters. There are people who are against Kamala Harris. There are Kamala Harris supporters, and there are people who are against Trump. There's those 4 buckets of voters. There's a lot of people who are against Kamala Harris because they think that she's part of why we're in this deficit that we're in, why inflation is high, why they can't buy a house for the first time, why groceries are high. They put all that blame on her and Joe Biden. So they think that a new president is going to hit a switch and change all of this. But the thing about it is, they don't understand that this is a long game. This is still recovery from the pandemic, like we've talked about for so long. And I can understand with them, like when, like a lot of them will say, like my brother, he is my half brother, he is a Trump supporter. There's a lot of people that will say, like, she keeps saying she's gonna do this and do that. Why isn't she doing it now?
Exactly. I've seen a lot of that,
which is crazy because the vice president has no real power to make that change without the president's approval. It has to be the president's plan.
They basically saying that if all these problems is what they're going to fix, how come the administration now didn't fix? I've seen so much people post that like nonstop, and that's what she's going to have to overcome. Yeah.
These people that's posting all that crazy shit online failed economics class. For real. Everybody that I see right now talking about gas prices, talking about the cost of food, talking about how Trump is going to fix that. You did not pass economics, not even with a D. You had a D minus. You did not pass economics if you feel that the president is responsible for global inflation. It's global, guys. It's not just the USA. Inflation is worldwide. It started in 2021 with COVID. Supply chains were low. The demand for things were high. We couldn't get out and get stuff. People weren't at work. Do you remember the stimulus check? You bought weed with it. You didn't invest it. You took the stimulus check. You bought a PlayStation 5. You took the stimulus check. You bought Jordans. You bought a new used car. You rose the price of used cars through the roof. You did all of this stuff, and now you're like, why is things so high? Because you wasn't buying gas like that. We wasn't going nowhere. I'm just saying. You was traveling. Y'all was out here talking about y'all ain't care about no pandemic. Y'all was cashing the stimmies and posting it online. Y'all was getting PPPs. The Democrats didn't do that.
and hundreds on the bed.
Right.
And the first stimmies came from Trump because he put his name on them just so he can get credit for them.
Exactly.
He put his name on the check.
That's it.
So you guys that out there complaining about inflation and the price of stuff, we're in a soft landing right now. Calm the
Facts.
fuck down.
And I think that speaks so much. Like you got to understand, if you can just think back to 2008.
Yeah.
Think back to 2008. We had a recession. How long was it until you were taking trips and you felt comfortable again? Like it wasn't 2009. You weren't just reset the next year. It wasn't even 2 years. It takes a while for this all to correct. And it's like when we've never had a pandemic. Ever.
Not
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
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 not us
us.
alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not us alive.
In our lifetime, speaking of us, we've never had this. So we have had to literally make up for a year and a half of slowed everything. And that's why there's inflation. That's why there's all of this correction. Either way, like, long story short, make sure that you vote. And man, like, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I would be damned to vote for somebody who don't have a plan.
Right.
Man, seriously.
Somebody who tells me that that he is more like concerned with putting people down, putting the adversary down or the opposer, the ops down, rather than telling me what they're gonna do for me. What are you gonna do for me? You know what I mean? And like T, I know you were talking about, right? So rate cuts are supposed to come next week.
Yes. For those that are in the investment world,
Waiting.
we've been waiting for this. It's been since 2021. I think it was since the last any kind of rate cuts. But as of right now, next week, was it the 19th or the
King rate cuts since 2021.
The reason why your mortgage rates are so high, the reason why the car loan rates are so high, the reason why businesses are having trouble getting loans is because of inflation. They've been raising these rates to bring them down, and next week is supposed to be the very first rate cut sent in years. And so this is going to be, for those that have been investing, this is something we've been waiting on for a long time.
Tell me, T, is it gonna be 25 or 50? 25
Man,
or 50?
I want it to
I
be
agree.
50, but I think 25 is a safer bet, because if they do a 50, the investors are gonna think it's a sign that the economy is really crashing. You know what I mean? If they do too much of a rate cut, they only do that if the economy's falling
It's
faster
tanking.
than what they expect. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm hoping it's a 25. I think that'll be a good start.
No.
And then after 25,
He wanted 50.
but I think by the end of the year, bare minimum, I think we'll get 3 rate cuts. Bare minimum.
See, and I don't think
Nice.
so. I think, let me tell you what I think.
What you got, Rue?
All right. So to recap what T said, man, they have not cut rates since 2021.
Yeah.
I can't confirm or deny that. That sounds right. But they have been like just about, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times they increased rates over the last, 2 years. So they have just been increasing it to try to balance inflation. And this last one was very much at a point, and this was at the end of 2023. This last one was at a point to where the everybody's already tight. Bro, everybody's saying the same thing they're saying right now. Everything's expensive. Rent's expensive. Mortgage is expensive. Car insurance, car payments, credit card payments. Everything was expensive. And Powell, who is the federal,
He's the chair of the Federal Reserve.
yeah, he's like, I don't know. To be safe, let's cut. So then. That was the last cut. And so now everybody, like all of these investors and all of us citizens, middle class, lower class, higher class, have been like, when are they going to cut the rates? Like, come on, man. Like, this is right now, like, I think that I've never seen so many people in a squeeze.
Yeah.
They're in a squeeze.
Yeah.
Squeeze.
And the whole point of the rate cuts is to get people to stop spending. So for those complaining about inflation, stop buying them extra things that you don't need, because
Do you don't think you're supposed to buy eggs?
no. Because people, I see people talking about how things are costing too much and it's hard to live, but then they go buy a brand new car.
Yeah.
And things are costing too much and it's hard to live, but they buying brand new TVs and stuff. And it's like
Hey, what do TVs do?
inflation is based on as long as people are willing to spend the money, as long as people spend the money, these businesses are going to raise their rates, right?
Yeah.
But the whole point of raising the rates was to the rates from the feds is to get people to stop spending money. If the feds raise the rates, the banks got to add that raise to whatever loan they give you. So if normally they give you a 2% loan, if the Fed raises it 2% more, now they got to give you a 4% loan, right? And so it's supposed to make people stop spending. Businesses, people, the people stop spending. The businesses will bring their prices down. Inflation slows down. But now we're at a point where now they're thinking it's starting to head down so fast that it's going to go from inflation to now nobody can really buy anything, and it's going to become a recession, which is why they're cutting the rates now.
In my opinion, they should have, I think January, February, March, Q1 would have been a great time to lower rates.
I think so.
They should have
should've-
gradually been doing it instead of just like doing such drastic cuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because now it's like, oh, so things are slowing. I think it's working. Like, no, you wiped out so many people. So many people are wiped out now. There's so many people who
they had to
couldn't
do it.
afford a car. The car got repoed. They couldn't afford the house. The house got, foreclosed.
Yeah.
Like, this is, it's working. Like, yeah, it's working, for you. Like,
It's a fine balance.
you can't go to Puerto Rico this year. Hey, family, we can't go to Puerto Rico this year. Money's a little tight.
It's a fine balance because the rates is the only thing the main tool that they have to keep inflation from going high, but to keep us from falling into a recession. At the same time, the president is trying to make it to where people keep getting money in their pockets, more jobs. So it's like the two battle each other to get this fine balance. And if it's done perfectly, everyone's happy, but it's hardly ever done perfectly. You know what I mean?
Can I make a disclaimer?
Yeah.
The president cannot walk into the Federal Reserve and say, "This is enough.
Yes.
Lower the rates today. Lower them 2% today and then raise it again on Friday." Like, no, they don't have that kind of
They don't
power.
have that power at all.
Nope. Not at all.
It's a different branch.
Yeah, it's a different branch and it's ran by a different hierarchy. So when you're saying, "Man, they got the rate so high,"
Yeah, as if the president
why
did.
doesn't she?
She's the one that said to them,
We're like, why don't she lower them? Why don't she lower them? Why didn't Joe just lower them?
And that's why I can't understand people arguments about, oh well, they in the office now and they're not solving these problems. That's what they're working on for. Like, they working to gradually stop these problems. Because these problems didn't just appear. Right. They came from years and years. So it can't just magically disappear, and he can't just go walk into this branch and be like, hey, you see all this? You need to cut all of this out. Like, he just can't do that. So it takes time to do so. So that's why a continuation in extension of this administration is a good thing. And I think that if Donald Trump get in there, is gonna create too much, I'm going to use a word, bifurcation. Okay, you could look it up. That means it'll cause too much of a churning effect. It's going to corrupt too
Dramatic
much things.
change.
Yeah, it's going to take too much things off track.
He said, "If I was president, that world end tomorrow."
Yeah.
It'd
said,
be
"I'll
so
end
much.
the war."
Before I take the oath, the war is done. I'll sit him down. They'll both talk.
And it's over.
He sure did.
Kim Jong-un, he's gonna send me a letter. Okay, he's basically my best friend.
They fear me.
They fear me.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, God.
But yeah, man, we're gonna definitely stay tuned to everything going on with that. And yeah, thank you to you, man. Thank you for your love, support. We see your comments. We see your shares. What up, trees?
Trees
in the
trees.
building. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast, man. We're definitely looking for sponsorships right now. We're looking for companies and brands that we can partner with, that we can, put our audience in to see your merch, to see your brand, and see your services, as well as for us to, get some help with building this brand. And also like and subscribe to us on Facebook, on social media, on all of our different platforms. We want to send a big rest in peace out to one of the legend that we lost last week, Frankie Beverly, man.
Frankie Beverly.
Yeah, man,
it.
we lost a legend, as well as James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
Lion
that's it.
King.
Yep, that's it, man. Rest in peace, man.
seems so much like this year's already turning into one of those years that we might lose a lot along the way, but we got to stay strong, man. And yeah, now's that special time to where we go around the table, we spotlight, shout out someone that we see doing great things, using their gifts and their talents. And today, the table is yours. King T, are you ready?
Oh, it's mine. Hey, what's good? Hey, I'm gonna go off the top of my head and give a shout out to a good friend of ours that we've done some concerts and shows with back in the day, and has been a strong supporter of the Hot Mango Seed podcast. He's also done a lot of Latin shows and on cruise ships. Shout out to Angel Figueroa and Big Fig Entertainment, man.
Big
like
Fig.
This dude, when our sites are posting up, he's taking our stuff and posting it up too. And he ain't got nothing to gain from this.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? But on top of that, the dude is just he's one that sticks by his people, and I mean he's in the entertainment world. He's doing it. You know what I mean? So big ups to Angel Figueroa and Big Fig Entertainment, and yeah.
Big ups
Appreciate
to you, Angel.
Appreciate
Angel,
you.
for real.
Big ups to
Salute,
you,
my
man.
lad, for real.
Definitely, we see you. We appreciate your support and love. And like always, man, we're going to keep it moving. Today's jewel of the day comes from a quote from one of my favorite people in the world, man. All of us love Oprah Winfrey. She says, if you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. And if you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. End quote. So in other words, if all you're doing is paying attention to what other people have and not appreciating already the things that you have, you'll never have enough, because you'll be in this never-ending rat race. So I could encourage you to be thankful for what you have, and no matter what the circumstances are, because I guarantee that there's someone in this world that would give their life to be you. So be grateful. Be thankful, man. And we are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. Until next time, stay blessed, stay connected, stay alive.
Go get some food.
Go Seahawks.
That's it. Stay safe.
Go Raiders.
Go Patriots.
Make sure you vote. Free Palestine, free Congo,
That's it.
CMR life.
Oh, yeah. Soy figenta y soy semilla de mango.
Oh, don't do that no more, man. Don't do that.
That sounds like a Pornhub ad.
And that's I was telling Jordan about when it comes to that part, then just start putting up the music. Just put it up. Put it up.
My people want peace, so we fight here for freedom. One fist multiple.